Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Power of Forgiveness workshop. Today's intention is emotional freedom, inner peace, and self love. And during these 30 to 35 minutes of this workshop, you will get a bonus gift of one to one clarity call with me and also the emotional freedom of yourself. So, welcome to this amazing workshop. And I would like to welcome everyone and every beautiful soul here. Today's workshop is not just a workshop, it's a healing space for you. It's not for fixing anything, but it's for freeing yourself. It's a healing portal, it's a space where you drop what no longer belong to you. It could be pain, it could be guilt, it could be resentment, it could be the stories that you replay when no one's watching you and they are in your mind. And you are safe here. The most important thing which I want to tell you. And I know that life has not always been kind. You have held pain also, you have been misunderstood also, you have silenced yourself also, you have betrayed yourself to keep others comfortable. But today, you get to release all that. So place your hands on your heart and close your eyes and take a deep breath and say silently in your mind, I give myself permission to free, to forgive, and to be free. I give myself permission to feel, to forgive, and to be free. Because this is where your emotional freedom begins. Right? Now, first, let's understand that what is forgiveness? Because we have listened this term for a long time, but we really don't know what it is. So can anyone unmute yourself and tell me that what is forgiveness? Or you can type in the chat box also. Okay, great. Yes, absolutely. You are right that forgiveness is forgiving someone. Okay, this is general term which we all know as you have written in the chat box. But there's one more thing attached to it, and it is that forgiveness is not about saying that what they did was okay or I forgive you. Not just saying I forgive you, but it's about saying that I no longer want to carry this pain in my body, in my mind, and in my heart. Right? Forgiveness is freedom, and it's not for them, it's for you. And did you know that holding on to resentment, what happens when we hold on to resentment in our physical body and when we don't forgive? There are few changes, few diseases which you feel in your body. Holding on to resentment first increases cortisol and it suppresses your immune system. Second, unforgiveness is linked to sleep issues, anxiety, hormonal imbalance, and even chronic pain, which you feel anywhere in your body. Right? And 70% of the emotional pain in women, it is stored in either heart or in throat chakra. These are the two exact places where expression, truth, and healing begins. So, when you don't speak your truth, your throat chakra is blocked. And when you keep hold on to the things and don't forgive, then your heart chakra is blocked. So, these both are interconnected. Right? So, let me ask you one very deep question now that what has it cost you emotionally to hold on to that pain? Right? You can type in the chat box also. That what has it cost you emotionally to hold on to the pain? Like examples, you have felt emotionally exhausted every day. I'm giving you some examples. You have smiled outside, but you cried inside. Then it could be that you feel disconnected even when you are surrounded by people. Or it could be that you have developed health issues which you can't explain and you have stopped trusting yourself. So it could be anything. You can type in the chat box so that I can get to know that what are your answers for this. That what has it cost you emotionally to hold on to that way? Yes, very good that you have written that you feel emotionally drained every day at the end of the day. This is also a cost that you are paying emotionally. And second, yes, you are not trusting others also. This is also the cost which you are paying emotionally. So true. And when you write down these sentences, you get clarity on it. Because now we are going to do the self-reflection activity, which is very important. Because in this, what you have to do is the weight I carry. Write this sentence down in your notebook. The weight I carry. And I want you to finish this sentence honestly, with no judgment, no logic, only just truth and whatever comes coming. Like, I would like to tell you the sentence. I still have not forgiven dash for dash because I have been carrying this. So, for example, it could be that I still have not forgiven myself, or it could be some other person for not speaking up, and I have been carrying this guilt and shame throughout through for past 10 years or 20 years or 25 years. It could be anything. Some of you can write down in the chat box so that I can give you clarity on this, that what you are writing. Yes, right. You have written correct. I have still not forgiven my partner for cheating, and I have been carrying this mistrust for 5 years. Yes, this is the weight you are carrying within yourself. Someone else would like to share? Yes, Nidhi, right. I have not forgiven life, and I have been carrying this belief that I don't deserve joy for last 10 years. From this, you are getting to know that what is the weight that you are carrying and that you need to drop off. And you are not alone in this. You don't have to carry this for a lifetime. And for this, we will move to the concept of forgiveness and letting go through spirituality and also scientifically what people are saying, what research and data is saying. Right? So, in every spiritual tradition, there is this forgiveness, which is known as karmic reset also. Because when you don't forgive, you stay tied to that person or that memory energetically. Physically, you can't, you may be moved, you have moved somewhere else to other city or other country, but energetically, you are still attached to that memory or that person. And the good news is that when you forgive, you untie that cord. Okay. And this is not to forget that what happened was right, but to stop letting it control your future. Right? I hope it is getting clear for all of you. Your energy, your voice, your future, your relationship. All of it shifts when you choose to release. Okay. And one more truth is there that you cannot forgive others until you forgive yourself because it begins with you. So let's begin there. That what you don't forgive, it continues to live inside of you and it shapes your reality, emotionally, your beliefs, your patterns, everything. Okay. And I'm going to tell you this truth that no one tells you, which is most people are not carrying other people's mistakes, but they are carrying their reactions to those mistakes. I hope you get this. I would repeat it again for you. Most people are not carrying other people's mistakes, but they are carrying their reactions to those mistakes. And that becomes your karma. Okay, let me give you one or two real life examples. Okay, like let's take an example of a daughter. If you were a daughter who craved for your parents' approval, but every time you spoke to them, you were told that don't talk back, or you are too emotional, or we know better than you. So you have to follow this. So what happened? You stopped expressing yourself, you smiled on outside, but you became the good girl who pleased everyone. Okay. And inside, what happened was your soul was screaming, and that you suppressed the voice. That voice became your karma. And it made you choose partners who didn't listen to you. And it made you stay silent in your relationships. And it made you question your worth again and again. I hope some of you must relate to this story, right? This is your karmic memory. And until you forgive the original wound, this pattern will keep on repeating itself because you have not untied the knot which is there energetically. Okay, physically you have moved somewhere, you must be married, you have gone to your home, but energetically you are still there. So you need to be come out of this karmic memory. Now let's take another example, which is let's take an example of your friend. Okay, you trusted someone. It could be a friend, it could be a partner, it could be a colleague, and you gave your time, loyalty, and your heart. And what happened? They broke it. They lied or left or never stood by yourself. And you moved on. Physically, you moved on from that situation, but emotionally, you shut down. And now you don't trust easily. Either you overthink, you doubt people's intentions, and or you punish new people for those old wounds which you had from some other people. Okay, this is karma. Not this is not a punishment from the universe or God, but it's a protection your nervous system has created for you. Okay, and now this protection has become your prison. Because forgiveness is not saying that what happened was okay. It's saying that I choose to free myself from the pain that it has caused, and I no longer want to carry it into my future. And for this, you have to be ready to rewrite the pattern so that you can reclaim your peace. And let's prove it by science. Science also confirms that, and studies have shown that what unforgiveness leads to. Right? First is chronic stress. Second is fatigue or low immunity. Then heart disease, throat or hormonal imbalances, and very common and very majority of people have is emotional shutdown, which affects your relationship, your wealth, your health, your self-worth, everything. So what is real forgiveness and where it begins? It begins when you say that I have suffered enough, and they may never say sorry, but I can give myself the peace. And that peace begins now. Because in today's session, we will get that peace, we will overcome that pain and move on. Okay. And this will start with self forgiveness. Because deep down, you are not just angry at them, but you are angry at yourself also. When you sit down in silence, then you get to know that you are not only angry at yourself, them also, but yourself also. Okay, because I am giving you reasons also why you are angry at yourself also. You have trusted them too much. For you are angry at yourself for not leaving soon. for being so kind, naive, and for giving them too many chances, for dimming yourself and fit into theirs, right? And this is why in my workshop, we always start with forgiving you, uh, being peace at yourself, and healing yourself. Everything starts with you. And then when you become strong enough to release others with love and not resentment, when you follow these activities which I'm doing in this workshop. Okay. So in the when you don't, you can write this down also. This is a very important thing. You don't need to forgive them. You don't need to uh, forgive them. You need to forgive yourself first, because the peace is your birthright and you have already suffered it. Write these four statements down and keep them in front of you so that they keep on reminding you that you don't need to forgive them for them, but you need to forgive for yourself, because your peace is your birthright and you have already suffered enough. And now we will move into a quick meditation which will take you out of this unforgiveness. And if you have any questions or if you want clarity on anything, then you can ask. Unmute or you can type in the chat box as well. Yes, yes, dear, it's really true that you are doing this for yourself. Because when you get into the peace which you desire, then you automatically forgive them. And it happens with love, not with the intention of resentment. Okay. So now, if this touched your heart, so it's uh, maybe it's because your soul is ready to heal, it's ready to break your karmic loop, and it's ready to forgive. Not for the past, but for your future, you need to forgive. And I'm doing a quick meditation in which we'll forgive ourselves. This is self forgiveness meditation. Okay, so everyone, please sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Gently place one hand on your heart and the other one on your stomach. Yes, take a sip of water also. You have water with you and you take a sip of water. Now gently place your hand, one hand on your heart, another on your stomach. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it and gently exhale through your mouth. Now one more time. Inhale calmness and exhale heaviness. And as you breathe, let your body be comfortable. Soften your body. Let your mind settle and let your shoulders drop. Please close your eyes. You are safe here and you are not alone. Yes, teacher. You can have a sip of water and then. Okay. Now bring to your mind one moment where you have been hard on yourself. Maybe it was a mistake, a regret, or a time you stayed quiet. Or you let someone treat you unfairly. Just observe it. Don't just judge it. Just notice it. Say to yourself, yes, that happened. Yes, it hurts. But I'm ready to release this now. Now say softly in your heart or out loud, I'm sorry for all the times I betrayed myself. Please forgive me for carrying this pain for so long. Thank you for still being here, still breathing, and still loving. I love you even in your brokenness, even in your silence. Breathe in these words, let them land on your heart, inside your heart deep. Let it soften the tight corners of your heart. Now say to yourself, I forgive you for not knowing better. I forgive you for what you had to just to survive. I forgive you for the times you gave your power away. I forgive you for the times you couldn't stand up for yourself. I forgive you for all the guilt, the shame, and the silence. And I choose to start again. Feel a soft light in your chest, which is warm, loving, and forgiving. Let this light expand across your shoulders, across your heart, to your throat, and your face. Now take a deep breath in and say this final truth. I am not my past. I am not my pain. And I'm ready to be free. Again, breathe in and breathe out. And with exhale, say to yourself, I set myself free. I set myself free. I set myself free. Now gently place both your hands on your heart and say, I set myself free and I release a lifetime of weight. Now, as and when you feel ready, you can open your eyes and tell me in the chat box, how did you feel? You just took a step which many people never take because you choose to meet yourself with love instead of judgment. And this is where healing begins. Yes, thank you so much that you really love this meditation. Yes, Pooja, this is the forgiveness which you need to do daily for yourself. And now that you have opened a space in your heart for love, now let's claim what you are ready to leave behind. Okay, so now we will do an activity. What you need to do is write this sentence down. Yes, Namita, right. It's really beautiful meditation and it helps you to forgive yourself. And when you forgive yourself, you will forgive others easily. Yes, you need to write down the sentence. Today I choose to forgive and I choose to walk forward with dash. Whatever you want to move forward with. Peace, love, happiness. I choose to forgive my past and I choose to walk forward with joy. I choose to forgive my silence, and I choose to walk forward with courage. Could be anything which you want to forgive yourself in your past and move in your future with what you want. Yes, right, Pooja. I choose to forgive the pain and walk with path. Beautiful. You people understand so quickly. Amazing. Yes. And this was just a, I would say, trailer of forgiveness. That how we can forgive ourselves so that we can forgive others. And you don't have to figure this out alone. This is just one layer. But if something opened inside of you today, and if you felt tear, you felt a deep breath, or even a quiet whisper inside you, that your soul is asking for more. To be free, to be at peace, to be in power, to be in joy, in love. So I want you to offer something from my heart. And this is a free one-to-one emotional freedom clarity call just for being here and choosing yourself. Right? And in this session, I'll hold space for you to speak, to be heard, and we will identify where your emotional blocks are. Like in last session, I have identified where your voice has the blocks. In this, I'll help you with emotional blocks and I'll help you map you your way forward, lovingly, safely, and powerfully. Because in today's words, everyone is talking, 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 talking. But what we really need is someone to listen to, right? And I'm here to just listen and just for you. This is your time. Don't carry what's not yours anymore. Free yourself from it. Choose freedom, choose yourself, choose your peace, choose your joy, choose your happiness. Okay, so I will be sharing the link in the chat box, and all of you can book the clarity call with me. And if till then, if you have any questions or doubts, then you can ask, and I'll be happy to answer. Yes, yes, so true. Forgiveness begins with in yourself. When you forgive yourself, and this is the biggest reason people think na ki people say like this is your question na, that I have forgiven them, but still I am feeling that hurt or that emotion within myself. The reason you have not forgiven yourself, and until you forgive yourself, you won't be able to forgive them. कितना भी आप कह लो कि आप से बाहर आ चुके यू है मूव टू अनदर सिटी कहीं और चले गए हो वो बहुत टाइम हो गया इट्स बीन 10 years 20 years but still it hurts you then you have not forgiven yourself and for this you need to work on yourself and for this I am offering you this free one-to-one clarity call to figure out your emotional blocks your patterns your beliefs and how you can forgive yourself because it's not in this 30 to 35 minute session I can't teach you in everything. For this we need to sit down and work on this. Okay, so please fill this calendly and let's connect on one-to-one clarity call. And thank you so much everyone for coming and joining this session, forgiving yourself, and see you next Wednesday 3 p.m. Till then, take care, bye bye, and lots of love. Thank you so much everyone. Bye bye.